Hey guys, it's Sadie, and I'm very sorry that I said I was going to finish this on Monday, and I stayed up all night on Sunday to Monday, and I was watching the Olympics. I was so excited, and then I just slept for 2 days and got up. I'm watching the portrait artist, and we're listening to this, and it's 4 in the morning. It says 1 o'clock, but it's really four. So, yeah, I want to do more on this. And of course, this is going to look different. I'm going to break this up. I don't want it to look too much like, what is it where you color? Um, I'm sorry, I'm having color by number. Yeah, I don't want it to look color by number. So these are just the bottom layers. Like these are just the basic layers. And then I'll put more. What's so great about, I guess, acrylics is they can dry fast, or and then you can put more layers. The advantage with oils, of course, is you can work with them and blend them, and they just are more alive, and you can keep massaging them in and changing the color. But with the oils, I've noticed that just the smallest amount of darker really makes it dark. It's not so much like that with, there's more opace, opacity with acrylics, it seems. But, and then that one, I'm going to rework that one a little bit because I've had time to think about it. And it's that one's oil, and I'm really have had time to think about it. I thought about cutting off part of the canvas to make it more of a square like the picture. Sorry, I'm cutting off some of the canvas, blending the skin together, making the eyebrows more bushy and light, and then making the eye. I thought about scraping that eye off and then putting it closer, but I thought I could just move the nose a little bit out around it, or because that picture is at such a weird angle. It's difficult. Okay, but back to this. Yeah, so I'm gonna work on this. I'm also tempted to go out and watch the Olympics, the Paralympics start like at 4 o'clock, which is now. My computer, of course, wants to do a little restart. I see you. Let's do a little restart. Okay, but anyway, sorry. I'm just going more on this. Okay, so yeah, so back to this. I was so tired when I remember painting this. I was so tired, and I was like, just keep going. Take some more caffeine pills. Just keep going. And then I was like, no. And then of course I sleep for 2 days. Okay, so it's Wednesday morning. I am going to wrap up this, and then I want to give that to David on Saturday. So I want to wrap that up. And I thought about, I've been so inspired by the portrait artist of the year that I want to do some more of that. My nails are looking hideous. Sorry, I can't get the nails. Oh, go one day the nails will be just so nice. But I was trying to grow them out, and then I couldn't stand it when they get too long. It just even a little bit of length on them, like it's so hard to type on your phones. Okay, then I want to say I'm looking through my paintings, and I love this one. I'll never sell this one or give it away or anything. For some reason, this one was when I started first painting the Sharkus, and there's something about that one in the way I was feeling. It's so amazing. Like if you go on a vacation and you take pictures of yourself on a vacation, you can look at them and just kind of like, oh, I had a argument with my spouse, and then we made up later, and I tried a new drink, and that was that night. And you just look at that picture, of you on the beach, and I'm just referencing the beach maybe because I'm seeing a beach, but it's so amazing that even that one, I look at the picture, the painting, and I like it's almost like I remember how I felt and where I was and what was going on. It's just so weird that it makes it like I realize how artists sometimes don't want to part with their, we're gonna sell this for $1,000, and then no one will buy it, and then I'll go, oh, I guess I'll have to keep it. I'm just being silly, but it's weird how it's really a part of me. You don't think about it that way when you look at it from the outside. You just kind of think, oh, they did this, and then a lot of times now, with at least with YouTube, I think it's really nice that you could see a painting being made. And one of my artists that I like a lot is this Peter Maximilian Roth something. He's a German guy. He does these abstract things. And part of what makes him so interesting is you see him making the art. And, maybe back centuries, oh God, this is getting long, I'm sorry. Maybe back centuries ago, there were people there watching the artist or being around the artist, and then they'd be out at a tavern drinking, and they'd say, yeah, and they describe the thing. Yeah, it was this night. He was, he was painting this, or she was painting this part of it, and there's this conversation, and there was a witness to it, and then it was kind of locked into those people around there. There was like, oh yeah, that artist lives here in town. But now on YouTube, you really get a feel for the artist, and it's kind of interesting. Like, do you have to like the artist to like the art, or like sometimes I'll watch someone who's like in another country or something, and your mind is just trying to apprehend something about them and try to get something about who they are, and you can look at their art, but you try to connect it to who they are. So it's just really like it just goes on and on and on, and it's really interesting, about these artists' lives. Every time I watch a lot of YouTube stuff, and you get in, I'll hear another artist and they'll about them, and then I just want to soak it up, and it's like, well, you could always say, well, you don't want to spend too much time. I should be like showing you other pictures while I'm talking. That's funny because I was thinking this one time I was watching somebody give an interview, and they had one picture in the background, and I kept thinking, why don't they just show us other work while they're talking? And I'm doing the same thing. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, I'm getting so distracted. But yeah, we're gonna work on this. Sorry, this one was long. Maybe I'll just make them longer so I can. I mean, it's content. It could be better if the camera was behind me over my shoulder and I was talking about it. We'll get there someday. Okay, it's not like I'm trying to hide or something, but I also don't want it to be too much about me. I don't care. Let's not care about who I am, where I came from, what I'm about, my opinions, my likes and dislikes. Let's not care about that. What about the art? What is this art about? What does it make you feel? What is Sharkus thinking? Sharkus, you seem lonely. Are you happy being lonely? Sometimes solitude is very nice. Okay, thanks for watching. We're going to do more work on the art